Let's be real. The last thing you need to do in DUNE Awakening is waste hours aimlessly wandering the massive, unforgiving deserts of Arrakis. Trying to find the Mentat trainer on your own can be an absolute nightmare, leaving you lost in the sand, falling way behind, and missing out on one of the most powerful and strategic classes in the entire game. Now, all that wasted time means that you're not mastering the true art of calculation, you're not unlocking your true potential, and you're definitely not dominating the battlefield. However, you've come to the right place. In this guide, I'm going to be showing you the exact step-by-step path to find both the basic and advanced Mentat trainers and walk you through their complete quest lines. We'll cover the precise locations, the materials you want to bring with you, and every single objective you need to complete. By the end of this video, you'll have the Mentat skill tree fully unlocked and be well on your way to becoming a master of strategy, wielding unique abilities, and even legendary weapons. So, before we jump into the nitty gritty of where to go, why is everyone so obsessed with the Mentat class anyway? In the ruthless world of Arrakis, just running and guns blazing will only get you so far. The Mentat is all about intellect over impulse. They're masters of poisons, tactics, and long-range assassinations. Their abilities aren't just about raw damage, they're about controlling the fight, being precise, and completely outsmarting your opponents, whether that's another player or a sandworm. Now, if you don't start with the Mentat school straight away, you'll quickly feel like you're missing that crucial tactical edge. Core abilities like the Sentinel, which allow you to deploy a remote trigger dart trap, allow you to control the battlefield from a safe distance away. Now, as you level up, you unlock assassination skills and new Mentat buffs that can turn the tide of any fight. That's why finding these trainers isn't just about a side quest. For a lot of players, it's the main goal. The problem is, the game doesn't exactly point you in the right direction. The trainers are hidden, their quests have a ton of steps, and without a guide, you can get lost and frustrated fast. This guide is here to fix that. So your journey to becoming a human computer begins in a nitty-gritty frontier outpost with a woman named Samin Moro. She is your basic Mentat trainer. You'll find Samin Moro at Riftwatch, a Harkonnen outpost down at the southern tip of the Hagar Rift area. Now, if you do need a landmark, Riftwatch is directly east of the Anvil Trade Post in the Eastern Vermilius Gap. When you get to the fortress, you don't even need to go inside. Samin is standing outside at the bottom of a big staircase looking for recruits. You can't miss her. She's got a bright blue light above her head, and she's got a pretty grim look about her, and she won't train you for just asking nicely. You've got to prove yourself first. Now, when you first talk to Samin Moro, she'll offer you the First Blood quest. This is basically your initiation into her world of poison and sabotage. Now, it's got a few steps, and you can actually save yourself a huge amount of time if you prepare for this mission. So here's the single biggest tip for this quest. Bring the materials with you before you even go to Riftwatch. Samin will ask for 100 plant fiber and 40 iron ore. Both of these are super common resources you can grab all over the Vermilius Gap regions, whether it's west or east, and having them in your inventory means you can hand them over immediately and cut out a really boring trip back into the desert. Once you give her this stuff, she'll craft a toxin for you, which brings us to the next part of your test. So, with the poison ready, Samin sends you on your first real mission, to plant it. Your target is a camp over near Sark-Lussus, back west in the Eastern Vermilius Gap region, just near the Anvil Trade Post. You'll need to head directly into the valley there and go through a tunnel. You'll run into a shielded door on your left hand side, but don't sweat it, there's a bracelet right nearby, pretty much directly across from you, that gives you access. Once inside, you're looking for a white supply container. To find it, first look for a purple ID band in the back right corner of the room, grab it, then you can go straight through that security door we just mentioned, head an immediate left and you'll see a white crate. Just interact with it, plant the poison, mission complete. Oh, and while you're there, look for the hidden tunnel you can climb up to the top right hand side of this area, and it often hides a rare blueprint chest, and they are a huge help in the early game, trust me. After you've poisoned the supplies, all you have to do is head back to Samin at Riftwatch and tell her the job is done. After a quick chat, she'll officially take you on as a trainee. This unlocks the entire basic Mentat skill tree, giving you immediate access to all its abilities so you can finally start spending your skill points. Now, don't get me wrong, unlocking the basic skill is awesome, but it's just the start. To truly master this class and get its most powerful abilities, you need to find the advanced trainer, and for that, we're heading to the big city, Arrakeen. Now, the advanced trainer is a man named Zane DeWitt, and he's hanging out inside the Salasan Bar or Salasan Bull Bar in Arakeen. So to get there, you've got two choices. If you own an ornithopter, you can just fly there for free, which I highly recommend for the quest that you're about to come across. If not, you will have to pay 2,500 Solari for an ornithopter taxi from any major trade post. However, this is a bit of a pain in the ass because you will have to go back and forth a lot of times, back to Zane and back to other people in Arakeen and so on and so forth. So you're going to end up wasting majority of the Solari you actually gain from doing these missions. So I would recommend you get an ornithopter first, but that's just my thoughts and theory. You guys can feel free to do whatever the heck you want. Once you land in Arakeen though, finding the bar is easy. From the pilot, just head up the stairs toward the main plaza, and the Salusan Bull is the first on the right. Now down a set of stairs into a pub, Zane is waiting at the far end of the room. He's a pale, bald guy with black eyes, an exiled Mentat who's out for revenge, and you guessed it, he'll only train you if you help him with his schemes. Now, Zane's quests are a whole saga of spying, sabotage, and fighting that will really put you to the test. Before even talking to him, you should get prepared. For the entire questline, you'll eventually need a blood extractor, a blood bag, and a full radiation suit. Specifically, the aluminum Mark IV version, and again, having your own ornithopter will make all the traveling way less painful. Now, your advanced training kicks off with Calculated Calamity Mission. Zane wants you to help him get payback on a rival crew called the Mobula Gang. First, he'll send you to the Anvil trade post to shake down a gang member for information. This then leads to, you to a second gang member back at Riftwatch. After that, you'll be sent to the Mobula Gang's base. It's called The Sweep in Jabal al-Frit al-Junub. At their base, you have a few jobs. Find info on their bases from the console outside the main building, sabotage a generator on the north side, and mess up a vehicle behind the building. From there, the quest then sends you to Chattel Passage to find a mimic film in a little black case. After grabbing said film and sabotaging a comms console nearby, you then have to fly all the way back to Zane in Arakeen to finish this beast of a quest. If you thought your training would start right away, you'd be miscalculating. Zane has another job for you in the quest, an olive branch. Luckily, this one is much shorter. He wants you to act as his messenger and take that mimic film to Thufa Hawat, an Atreides representative who is also in Arakeen, thankfully. You'll find Hawat in the residency approach. Unfortunately, your peace offering fails spectacularly, and you have to go then back to Zane with bad news. He's annoyed at his own miscalculation, but then finally agrees to train you, letting you upgrade your Mentat skills to level 2. And the quest lines don't stop here. Cataloging defectors will send you to the Arctis Cavern in Hagar Rift, which is a high level zone. This is where you will absolutely need that blood extractor and blood bag to get samples from the Atreides defectors. Later, quests like Bloody Result and the Price of Rejection will see you push into even more dangerous areas, including PvP zones and the irradiated wreck of the Delphus, where an aluminum Mark IV radiation suit is mandatory if you don't want to melt. Now, the final quest, Untwisted Questions, will have you facing off against some seriously tough enemies, finally unlocking the last of the Mentat abilities. Completing this incredibly long questline is a huge accomplishment, but the rewards are what make it all worthwhile. You get a full set of advanced Mentat abilities, including the absolutely devastating Hunter-Seeker skill, which lets you control a drone to assassinate targets from a completely safe distance away. Super cool, definitely recommend it. But maybe the most legendary prize of all is the poison sniper rifle you get. This unique rifle fires poison darts at extremely long ranges and is a total game changer for any assassin build. Now, you get the weapon itself, not the schematic, just for total disclaimer, after finishing the final quest, Untwisted Questions. Its high damage and poison dart make it one of the most powerful weapons you can get your hands on in the mid to late game. And there you have it, guys, the complete walkthrough to unleashing the full power of the Mentat in Dune Awakening. From finding Samin Mora at Riftwatch to surviving the complex schemes of Zane DeWitt in Arakeen, you now have the full roadmap. If this guide helped you out and saved you from a massive desert wandering headache, do me a solid and crush that like button. It really helps the channel and gets this information to other awesome players who need it like yourselves. And for more in-depth Dune Awakening guides, tips and tricks, crazy builds, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another upload. Till next time.